Yeah, I mean, I think our defense was really good, Doug, tonight. And Serge didn't have a great spell in the first half, but he came. This is exactly the opposite in the second. He was at the rim. He was protecting. He was rebounding. That really was a huge moment for him because, like you said, Mark, we're playing pretty good, and Mark picks up that foul. So, you know, when you really need a guy to step in, he did it really big time.
Mike in the back.
Nick, you just talked about Serge coming back. What did you see, or how did you get that to happen, or what got him to that point?
Well, I just think that, you know, he kind of does that a little bit. Mike, he kind of, as the game goes on, he usually gets better and better. Sometimes it's just kind of been his history a little bit. But I also think, I mean, I just give him the credit, Mike. He came in there. He knew we needed him, and he played really determined. I don't think he had any points when he checked in, right? So he just decided to come out there and help the team best he could, and he started that on defense, and then I think it carried a little bit to his offense because he made some nice moves down there too.
Scott, right next to Mike.
Scott Stinson, National Post. Nick, what did you see them doing to Kawhi tonight? Do you think it was just a matter of his shots not falling, or?
I mean, they were after him a little bit more blitzing, a little bit more two men on the ball. But he, you know, listen, that was a gutsy performance by him. He didn't practice the last couple of days. He hadn't been feeling that well, and for him to go out there and fight through that and still play 37 minutes, I look down at this thing and I'm most proud of his 10 rebounds. Right, he was just battling, and it wasn't easy for him out there tonight. Once again, thought they played him very, 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 very physical, right? And he kept going in there and taking the hits and kept on playing.
Eric, right next to Doug.
Eric Corrine, The Athletic. 2 questions. The first, was there any consideration to putting Mark back in with 4 fouls before Serge really came on there?
Well, there was a little consideration, again, to leave him a little bit. We've been in a lot of foul trouble in this series. All right, so I'm getting good practice at trying to mold these early foul situations over. But I just, at that point, I thought we were going to be okay and try to save him till late. And it wasn't really, Eric, because if Serge was playing so well. The more consideration was to let Serge keep going, to be honest. And we did let him go a long ways, and maybe should have even a couple more minutes because he was really playing.
I mean, what can you say about Pascal tonight and how he seemed to get involved in every area?
Yeah. Again, we're going to have to move him up from our third option, I think, Eric, first of all. But, no, he made a lot of big buckets. He was really patient. Right? I thought he would see a mismatch, and he'd wait until he got enough composure or an angle or the right pump fake or whatever. And it's just a really mature play from a young player. And, again, he just seems to keep getting better week by week as we go here, which is good for us.
Tim, which is almost all the way at the back, Coach.
Nick, you don't win 58 games by not being a good road team, obviously, but to have a 17-point lead, get whatever it got cut down to in the last minute there, 2 or 3 or whatever it was, how much better did you guys get tonight in that atmosphere to survive something like that? How much of a building block can that be for this group going forward?
Yeah, I think it showed some toughness for us, right? It was really like what I thought it was going to be tonight. Right, I really thought this was going to be a tough atmosphere to play in. I mean, this is a good team, Orlando. Right, they guard you, and they're you know, all the things that they are. We've talked about 100 times are good, and you know, again, I just like the way we came out originally, like with we got to impose our will in this game, and then I liked how we answered. Like we went down a couple of times and we answered right back immediately. I think both times. And then we really, you know, we put a string of stops together and showed some great toughness there as well. And then we you know, I thought we played again through a lot of hits in the lane and got some tough baskets late.
About a third of the way down, Coach.
Philip Rossman-Reich, Orlando Magic Daily, right here in the middle. When Nikola Vucevic got going in the third quarter, what did that free up for the Magic's offense, and then how did you guys close that down as you guys went on that run after Orlando took the lead?
Yeah, I didn't think we were doing a very good job of getting back out to him. Right, I think that's kind of what got him going. We were ending up in some emergency switch situations, and the man that was supposed to go back out to him was going that way, but we just weren't doing it with enough urgency. So he got going there, and then again they found us on a couple switches in there, and he got his little hook shot in the lane going a little bit as well. But again, late, I think we did get out with better urgency, and we did collapse a little harder when he did get it inside. Just a better team defense on him late.
Eric.
What did you think of your offense late? It seemed to get a bit bogged down as you tried to
Yeah, I didn't like
eat
it
up
very
some
much.
clock.
Yeah, I didn't like it very much, Eric. I think we were playing a little slower than we'd like late. I think we were milking the clock a little bit more instead of just playing the game with what it gave us. We did make some nice plays, but I think we had a couple poor possessions, right? I think, and if I look at the game, there was probably about 10 possessions I'd like to have back. There was like 6 or 7 in the first game, but there was 10. I thought we were on a rhythm, and we were starting to break them down, and then we'd come down and just take a silly quick shot that we didn't without exploring first. But late we were a little stagnant and a little reliant on a late mid pick and roll, and we tried to get out of that there a little bit there down the very last bit because we were again trying to push the ball and play with a little pace.
Last couple questions down here.
Coach Aaron Goldstone, Orlando Pinstripe Post. A guy on your team that doesn't get a lot of headlines, Danny Green. Can you talk about the job he's done on Evan Fournier this series? Orlando gets a lot of Fournier-led pick and roll action. You know, how has he taken Evan out of the game defensively, and also hit some big shots offensively that's helped your team?
Yeah, there's Danny's been good defensively. He's been on Augustine a lot as well, so it's been a combination of Danny and Kyle and Fred and Norman a little bit on Fournier. We've tried to do some things to limit his touches, and when he does touch it, we're trying to get him to catch it about 40 feet from the basket, which I think gives us a chance to get the defense behind him set up if he's so far away. I mean, he's really good at what I call playing off the catch. If he comes in there in a scoring area, man, he's quick to as soon as he grabs the ball to start punching a gap and getting in the lane or vaulting up for a three. So we've really tried to limit his catches and extend his catches, and I think those guys have done a good job with that.
Thanks very much.